Good morning. Today is April 19th, 2016, 7:41. I'm running a little late today. Anyway, I want to talk about reprints and board games today and why I am buying or looking at buying more than ever before. So, I have been, back into the world of designer board games for about 4 years now. 3.5-4 years now, and I have about 67 games, whatever. And what's happened to me personally is definitely I chased the hotness train, and then I got onto the Kickstarter train, which is like the super new, and now I find myself in the what have I missed, or what good games are no longer available. And then when they become available, I want to pick them up. And so these are reprints, not editions. Reprints such as France 1429 or Mission Red Planet and the forthcoming Nostromo. I'm sure I'm saying that incorrectly. These games are not available to buy new or very, very expensive to buy. And so they've been reprinted, and usually when they've been reprinted, they have something new, something added onto it. The game has been kind of forged anew. And so I'm probably going to talk about editions like the Innovation 3rd edition or the Viticulture Essential Edition. Because again, Viticulture I can buy it readily available. So, why am I looking at reprints? So, as I said, I have kind of gone through this maybe very normal transition or evolution in board gaming, purchasing, buying, and now I'm kind of more interested in what really great games have I missed, what great games have come and gone that have stood the test of time, that people are still talking about. And those kind of interest me more currently than like the new hotness, which everyone is screaming about and is readily available and really hasn't stood the test of time. But really has really nice or interesting pieces or interesting evocative artwork or neat mechanics. And I find games like Survive, Escape from Atlantis, from Stronghold Games, I would say that is a reprint because it's been completely redone. And games like Survive have really simple mechanics, but they're really good games. And this is where I think reprints shine, is they are games that have something that is individually amazing about them, that even after 10 or 15 or 20 years, 30 years, are still fun. They don't feel samey. They still have some je ne sais quoi about them that makes you be like, this is a good game. This is a classic game. Something like Ticket to Ride. And that's where I think reprints are really awesome, because people will know that about the game. People see that this mechanic or this idea or this theme matched with this mechanic just works and makes a great thing to play and a great piece on your table. So I really was standoffish about reprints, and I guess my first one would be Mission Red Planet. And I heard about this through the Dice Tower and Sam Healy going on and on about that, and so much so that I started looking at it, and as soon as it came up on CSI for pre-order, I just got it. I have other games that have similar mechanics about the roll selection, such as Libertalia, but Libertalia just kind of lacks some pop, lacks some finality. I, again, have not really been able to play that game very much, and not really with native English speakers, which makes the text really hard. Mission Red Planet, you have less text, less cards, and more area control, a visual quality about the board that people can really understand. Hey, Jim has more green over there. I need to get some of my purple over there so he doesn't completely take that section of the board. And that's what I like about Mission Red Planet, is it's simple, it's visual, there's only 9 cards that you really have to learn or worry about, and there it is. So again, 2 mechanics there, area control and role selection, put together in a fun theme, colonizing Mars. That could be almost anything. It could be colonizing the deep sea, but it doesn't really matter. And also, the pieces by Fantasy Flight are freaking amazing, and I love the puzzle piece board to boot. So there's that. I really love the reprints because they shine from the shelf that they're not new. They are oldie goldies. They have made it through and they are still strong. Well, there are quite a few games on my shelf right now that I know in 5 or 10 years I most likely will have sold, given away, or they'll just be collecting dust. Wow. For some reason, those reprints, I think that they will have more table action time. They'll come out more because they've already proved that they are great games. And this is why also I now feel more reserved about my purchases. That I want to see if a game is still going to be talked about later in a year, in a month, before I pick it up. For example, like Istanbul or Splendor were really big in the previous year, and they've kind of toned down a little bit in the hype machine. But Splendor still comes up, Istanbul still comes up when people talk about really good, simple Euro games. And they just came out with a new expansion to Istanbul as well, which is highly intriguing. So again, sometimes it's really hard to restrain yourself when people are yelling and screaming and jumping around about this game and that game, and look at these components and this board is amazing and the artwork, or the Kickstarter super future cult goes on about, all the money they're raising and the special things. And there's something really satisfying about a game that doesn't have to do that has its own hype, that has its own cloud of awesomeness swirling around it, and doesn't need all that. Anyway, that is my thoughts on reprints. Have a good day, guys.